All right, Shalom. For the fourth, I'm going to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakodash Bakathum, double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to what I can across the globe, preaching the word truth in the city. I want to say Shalom. So I died now from the great millstone camp, Chicago, with a quick hit, just watching the other apostle, the other apostle Tahar video about these chariots, man, and several brothers have done videos about these chariots. And I wanted to chime in too, man. Why not? It's the spirit, because that's our deliverance, man. All right, that's our salvation. That's the Redeemer coming in the clouds, man. And that's the way the Lord's gonna return, man, with the chariots ready to lay vengeance upon this place, man. All right. This is Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, that shall enter into the house of the thief, into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. All right. And Zechariah seen a vision of the chariots, man. All right. Just like Ezra seen it. Okay. Just like John the Revelator seen it, man. All right, these chariots, all right, which is going to be a curse to Esau because it's going to bring destruction. It's going to bring a lot of carnage and death, all right, to those dwelling in Babylon, man. You see? In the house of the thief is Esau Edom, man. He stole it from our lands, okay? Stole it from our land, Israel, all right? And put us in captivity and scattered us, and we were scattered abroad. Okay? But this mystery Babylon, America, Edom, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, is going to get destroyed by thermonuclear fire being administered by the ICBM missiles, man. All right, in which in which nations are going to point the arrow to this place and press that button, man. All right? And this is the curse that's going to be spoken of as a memorial for those who injustice. In fact, right. It says 2 Peter 2. 2 Peter 2:6 is then turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. All right? And deliver just Lot, which is eventually the filthy conversation of the wicked, but the point being is that this is spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right? And this place is going to be burnt forever. All right? It's going to be an everlasting memorial. In fact, let's get that. Right, it's Revelation 18:9. It says, start at 7. It said, How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I see the queen and am no widow, shall see no sorrow. And that's the pride of these Edomites here, man, in America, man. They think they're not going to be touched They think that their space program, they think that their Hellcats and them Hellfire missiles are going to be enough to stop the judgment of the Lord. All right, they see those chariots. They see the great capabilities those chariots are capable of, and there's no defense against it, man. All right, and they see that, but their pride has blinded them into thinking that they're going to their houses are going to continue forever. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord who judgeth her, man. All right, and this place as we know it is going to be decimated, annihilated. All right, blown off the face of the earth, man. All right, the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing far off for the fear of torment, saying, "Alas, alas, the great city the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for 1 hour is thy judgment come." You know, and this judgment is going to be a quick, fast, flawless victory, man. And in the name of Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man. All right. It says, Revelation 19 and 1, after these things I have heard a great voice of much people in heaven saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord our power, for true and righteous are his judgments, for ye have judged the great whore, who did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and hath avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. And again they said, Hallelujah, hallelujah, with the Hallelujah, and their smoke rose up forever and ever. You see? So this place is going to be witnessed as a memorial, man. All right? A fire that's going to burn for quite a long time, man. You see? All right? Because of the pride of this place, man. All right? The chariots are coming to do the work of the Lord, man. All right? Oh, yeah, come on. This Wisdom of Solomon 5 and man, to keep getting the point, Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 20, and severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. All right, and the world is talking about the elect of Israel, man, because we're going to also have a part in America's destruction, man. Lord, where those men we get spiritual power, we're going to go to and fro on the earth, shaking up this place also, man. You see? But there's a point I wanted to make through the Spirit, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Who are the unwise, man? It's Esau, Edom, and the other nations who are going to get together to try to stop the kingdom of heaven from coming, man. Which belongs to who? Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shemi Awashai, and Israel, man. You see? And why are they unwise? Because they're going to go against the power that they know they can't win. Let me get this real quick in 2nd Esdras. Second Esdras 13. And 8. Get to the point. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. You see, these people who are gathered together to subdue Yahweh Shemi Awashai are the unwise, man. The Lord gonna put the spirit in them to fight, man, because once they see the up close and personal the power of the Lord, man, they're gonna loosen their bowels, and they're gonna faint of fear. All right. Okay, and these things that Esau Edom knows, man. All right, he's not pointing telescopes in the sky, all right, for no reason, man. All right. It says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held any sword, nor any instrument of war. But I only saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it been a blast of fire, the blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. All right? And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon the sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid, man. All right, so it's going to be such a sight to see, the destruction and carnage that's going to be in this place. That even the elect are going to be fearful, man. All right, but this is the curse of the but this is the curse that goes upon the earth, man. That curse is the chariots, man. All right. What was the other one I had? Unwise. All right, so this is back in Wisdom Solomon 5:20. It says, his severe wrath should be sharpened for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right eminent thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, so they fly to the mark. And hailstones full of wrath shall be cast as out of a stone's bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the flood shall cruelly drown them. It says, yea, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty, man. All right. So Esau Edom had nothing to look forward to, man, but a violent destruction by the hands of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man. All right. Get this. Habakkuk. Habakkuk 3:1 is a prayer of Habakkuk, the prophet upon Shigionoth. O Yahweh, I've heard thy speech and was afraid. O Yahweh, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known in wrath, remember mercy, man, because we want to be exempt from the judgment that's coming upon the earth, man. All right. The Most High came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Selah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. Right? If you go back in that second address, all right, he seen a mountain that was graven, but he couldn't see the end or the beginning of it, man. You see, that's the curse that goes across the earth, man. In fact, let's get that. I can't just let that go. Hold on. Get this here. Habakkuk 3. Come on. All right, let's get back to that second address 5. It's like second 13, right? Let's go up to the top. It says, verse 5, second 13:5. And after this I behold, and lo, there was gathered a that's it. No, that's not it. Yeah, 13. Salak. This is second of 13 and right 6. But I beheld, and that's what I had before. That's crazy. Second of 13 and 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place wherewith the hill was graven, I could not. All right. So this place, so this hill and this mountain that you seen was so big that he couldn't find out. He couldn't see the ending of it or the beginning of it, man. All right. Okay. So Habakkuk 3:1, it said 3:2, or 3:3, and the Most High came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Selah. It's like his glory covered the heavens and the earth were full with praise. Come on, man. What the... And the earth was full with praise. And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand. And there was the height of his power, man. You see? And that's that smell of smoke. That's that ray. Those are right aiming thunderbolts that are coming from them chariots, man. All right? Particularly the fathership, man. All right? And this is the curse that Esau is afraid of, man. All right? The capabilities are so far beyond the capacity of Esau Edom that there's no way that he's going to be able to withstand the onslaught being brought to this place, man. Before him was the pestilence and burning coals went forth at his feet. He stood and measured the earth, and behold, and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered. The perpetual hills did bow. His ways are everlasting, man. All right? So this curse, man, not only going to hit America, it's going to hit certain other places too, man. All right? You're going to take down all these governments, all these leaders of these governments, man. All right? So all those who hate the Lord love death, man. You see, and this is going to be the end all be all when it comes to the destruction of America, man. All right. If I had to get that, he said this. It says Isaiah 47:3. Thy neck. Let's start at 1. It says, "Come and sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne or daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." See, we read in Revelations that they said, I said the widow shall see no sorrow, man. The Lord is going to bring you down to the dust, man. All right? Take the millstones and grind meal, and cover thy locks, make bare the leg, and cover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man, man. And these nations are going to see the weakness, all right, the ineptness, all right, of Esau Edom get brought down low, man. You see, the Lord's not coming lowly riding on the coat of a foal of an ass, man. All right, he's coming as a power, man. All right, he's coming with vengeance, man. All right. Luke 19:27, it says, "With those enemies which not thou shalt reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me," man. All right, so a lot of people are going to get brought before the Lord, all right, just for death, man. Okay? All right? These people who don't want to serve the Yahweh Messiah are going to get destroyed, man. All right? And that's the bottom line, man. You know? And with that, I'm going to say shalom.